Hi. Just saw you guys. Anyway, this is the first video of the this little section that you're going to be quizzing on this week. Excuse me. That is the outline. We've only just begun. If you don't have it, I'll try to have some copies up with the sub. But there's the couple, the man and the woman in the picture on the right side. Okay, and the first thing we're going to talk about is the central concept of economics, because what's this whole point of all this stuff? And basically, this is something that exists whether you like it or not, and it's simply called scarcity. Okay, and I've got a definition here for you. I'll read it to you, and then I'll give you some thoughts on it and such. But basically, it is trying to satisfy infinite wants, and of course, as always, just pause the video if you need to. Trying to satisfy infinite wants with finite resources. Okay, I'll talk more about resources in the next video, but think of resources as, oil and coal and you and your muscles and your brain and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Now, what does infinite mean? Don't think infinite in terms of, like space and stuff, but infinite could mean a couple things. One, if you think about something like Ferraris, okay, how many Ferraris would you want if I said, hey, you want some Ferraris? How many you want? No cost, no problem. You'd probably want more than you could use, because either you're greedy or you like them, or you could sell the rest of them to other people, or so on and so forth, okay? Well, why doesn't everybody get as many Ferraris as they want? Because there's only so many Ferraris, okay? And in class, and we don't, unfortunately, going to be able to do this, think of the concept of musical chairs. And here you've all played, or musical chairs, and here you walk around. You got 3 people trying to get 2 seats. You got 2 people trying to get 1 seat, and so on and so forth. The want is the walking, and the resource is the chair. Okay, so we're down to the final 2. You got 2 people wanting 1 chair. Now, how do you solve that? Musical chairs is a competition. Okay, but think about musical chairs from a different perspective. How else could you solve that? Okay, if I got 2 people, and oh gosh, I don't even know. Let me think here. Who's in class? Wesley Volkert and I need a female, Abigail Bowers. Okay, they're the last 2. Okay, how else could I decide who gets that chair? I could say Wesley gets it because he's got glasses. Wesley gets it because he's male. Abigail gets it because she's female, or I had her brothers in class, or I could base it on, rock, paper, scissors, or I could do just like close my eyes and point, or I could draw your name out of a hat. Think lottery. Okay, why do you think it is that certain people buy more lottery tickets than others? Instead of, quote, working for the money, a lottery, if you win the lottery, you're going to get out of your troubles way quickly with not much effort. Agreed? The problem is you're not very likely to win it. I could do it based on height, weight, income. Hey, Wesley. Hey, Abigail. Show me your parents' W-2s. Whoever is the lowest gets it. That's why we do welfare, basically. Think about scholarships. Some of you guys are going for scholarships right now. Here's the amount of money. Here's the amount of people wanted. How do they decide who gets it? GPA, resume, SAT scores, maybe. Sometimes race, sometimes gender, sometimes an essay, sometimes if you're going into a certain profession, or if your parents in a certain profession, and then you get the idea. Okay, so scarcity is that idea. The other part of scarcity would be like, oh, you guys, especially 5th hour. Well, 5th hour is AP, never mind. How long does it take before you get hungry after you eat? Some of you are probably like, oh my God, I'm still hungry. What are you going to do about it? You're going to eat. And you're going to feel full for a little bit, and then you're going to eat again. You're going to, and then you're going to feel full. And that sequence will happen the rest of your life. Same thing with the restroom. So when I say infinite, I don't mean you want an infinite amount of food, but you infinitely are going to need food, infinitely going to need sleep, restroom, et cetera, and you're going to have to meet that. And then it crops up again and again and again and again. Okay, so that's what I mean by infinite and finite in this case. There's only so much of you. There's only one chair, but there's two people wanting it. Musical chairs is simply a competition which rewards the athletic, the aggressive, the lucky in some cases, etc. Okay. What about the non-aggressive, the unlucky? You know, think about, and I don't want you to think about the chair as chair. Think about the chair as food. Think about the chair as housing. Think about the chair as opportunity, whatever. Is it fair that the best get the most? Some of you will be. Some of you will be, yeah, it's the way it goes. It's the law of the jungle, man. So be it. Some of you may be like, well, that doesn't seem fair, because what's going to happen to the weak? The weak are going to starve. The weak are going to be left cold. They're going to think about being cold and homeless last night. You know, should we take care of those people or should we not? Scarcity is that idea that it exists because it simply does. There aren't always going to be 5 chairs for 5 people, so to speak. So the bottom part there, if you can't read that, it is the problem economics, it being scarcity, is the problem economics attempts to solve. The entire course is going to be, how do we answer this question? In whatever form. And you got to think about pure economics being, well, if you have more money, Jeff Bezos, if he wants to buy the whole country, then so be it, and tell everybody else to be gone. Or should we take some of Jeff Bezos' stuff, and give it to other people so that everybody has a little bit? And there's no right answers. It's one of those things, but it has to exist. So when you try to solve it, and this is the thing that'll get frustrating to some of you, I think, over the course, you always create another problem. If I take money from Jeff Bezos is like, wait a second, why? What did I do wrong? And, well, if you're going to take all my money, why should I try to make any more? And then voila, Amazon is gone. I'm not being extreme on purpose, but hopefully you get the idea. Versus, well, Jeff Bezos, take whatever you want, the poor be damned, and then they lose their life, and their little kid loses, and so on and so on and so on. So the whole course is designed to solve this problem that is simply this idea, but think about it in real terms, and hopefully that will be helpful to you. All right, bye. See you tomorrow.